Hello, Mrs. Martinez here, and today we are looking at the artist Jen Stark. We will look at 5 facts about Jen Stark and what makes her such a cool artist. First fact, she is a paper sculpture pioneer. What does that mean? She is most recognized for her intricate paper sculptures, and she hand cuts thousands of layers of construction paper to create mesmerizing 3D geometric forms. So what you're looking at on screen is an example of one of her works called Cosmic Complex. And I want you to take note of the size because the size itself is an additional aspect of her work, and the hand cut paper that she's using, paired with that size. All right, next fact. So we are looking at the her drip aesthetic. So this is an example of a mural that's painted on the side of a building in Los Angeles called Chromatic Cascade. She has a signature style, and in her signature style, she is featuring these really hypnotic drip patterns and these kaleidoscope designs that mimic the organic flow of nature, evolution, and infinity. You can get a sense of the size of this work by the little person down in close to the lower left of the image, and you can see again the size of that work. So it's really important when we're looking at images and examples of art on screen or on the computer screen that we're taking note of the size, because the size matters in terms of, whether it's a mural on the side of a building or whether it's a painting hanging on the wall. And we want to take that into account when we're looking at art. All right, number 3, she uses really high contrast color. This is an example of her work called Metamorphosis. It was done in 2021. She utilizes in most of her work a very vibrant rainbow palette, and she's exploring optical seduction or using these really bright colors to draw viewers into her complex psychedelic visual systems that she's creating. So again, that really high contrast color is very kind of hypnotic, right? All right. Fact number 4, there is a lot of mathematical precision in her art. In this example, called Glow, that she created in 2013, she's using aluminum powder coat paint and acrylic paint. So you see, we've looked at these examples of work of her art that uses these very different mediums, but you can still see her style in there, right? Something is linking it, shapes, color. She's really inspired by science, and a lot of her work is incorporating concepts like fractals, the Fibonacci sequence, and topographical maps. And they're really bridging that gap between art and math. All right, and last fact that we are going to look at, she has started to create these immersive digital worlds. So this is a photograph of one of those examples. You can see there's a real person standing inside this photo of her work, titled Cascade, a Jen Stark world. So this is a room, and again, for scale, you can see the person on screen. She's really a very modern innovator. She's expanded her art into interactive installations, and she started using digital art. She's using animations and 3D projections to create a kind of walking in experience. So we're seeing lots of different mediums used in her work. And again, you see that similar link, typically color, that kind of hypnotic drip style. I hope that you continue to check out Jen Stark. Have fun looking at her work. As always, see you later.